friends. Good news. I just saw Jeff's other new channel and I found it. So I have both now on both my main accounts, Freedom Dagger and Dagger here. So excited for that. Couldn't find the other one last night, but I did find the Flee the Watchtower, and I just found the Evangelical Hour now. So excited for that. Although he just saw that he did a video of 2 hours. I don't think you could go live on it. So I'll have to check that out. Might do that for my late night with Dagger tonight since he's a Rockfin only for the main channel. So looking forward to that. But right now, I'm gonna do another Vanessa Somayana. I never get it right. Anyways, she's awesome. And she's doing. I think it's called November tarot for your sign. So I'm just going to, without further ado, I'm going to start that pretty soon. Here, just wanted to say, not only did I find both Jeffrey's channels and subscribe to both of them, I went down to Vets Outreach today because Mr. Karam, because it was supposed to rain, didn't want to work in the rain. So going to go back and do his tomorrow. We'll finish up the yard and do a few more things for him tomorrow. Um, Also, I talked to Stacy G, and good news, Jeffrey apologized to her, which is awesome. She was awesome. She still is. She's helped me a lot, and she lives unfortunately 3 hours away from where my buddy's building the houses, so wouldn't be able to stay with her. But got not all bad news because my buddy messaged me and said that he's probably going to become the new supervisor and be able to rent a house for us all. So keep you guys posted on that. As of yet, still in Ontario, but things could change soon. Who knows? He says he can start me at 25 and move me up to 30 plus an hour. So once I learn the ropes, so excited for that. Some of that might have been predicted in one of Vanessa's past readings that I went through. So you have to check those past videos that I made. Anyways, don't want to be rambling on. So like I said, oh, and I also talked to the general today, and he says he'd never heard of a double jaguar. You know, the little jaguar that used to have on the hood ornaments. Mister is it Kyram? I already forgot his name. Anyways, Karam, yeah, he has a car with Pirelli, like huge Pirelli tires. It looks like it's jacked up with a double jaguar on the hood ornament. So I'll take a picture or video, ask him if I can do that, and then of course all the sweet cars he's got in his garage that I have to put another tarp on because it's like 20 years old. He said, so yeah, it needs to be covered up to keep those beauties in pristine shape. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. I don't want to be rambling too much. Without further ado, let's hear from Vanessa.
Perfect space on the internet for you. Because in this highly personalizable video, you are going to receive clarity
She's
and
dressed up in a real
information that you
sexy
need in
outfit.
order to move forward
Blue,
feeling
yellow,
relaxed
white.
and
Oh, with a
prepared for
little
the
bow on
upcoming month.
top.
And if
She's
you're
a very pretty
completely new
lady.
to the world of tarot and astrology,
Very,
please
very
allow me to
sexy.
explain to you how this video works. Your November predictions and
Exotic.
horoscopes consist of two parts. And
Two
because you
parts.
choose the different
She's
parts,
wearing white
you know
satin
that
gloves
your
too.
reading is catered
Like
to
gold.
your
I guess
needs.
more
So in
gold
just a moment's
than
time, I will
yellow.
introduce you to three different symbols. And what I would like for you to do is to pick one of these symbols intuitively. So you'll just go with
Oh
whichever
wow, she
symbol
looks so
resonates
good.
with you. And then things get even more personal and accurate. Because what you then get to do is scroll
She's
down into the
perfect.
description
She's a
box,
perfect
click
looking
your
lady.
zodiac sign, and you'll be fast forwarded
Way
to
too
the
young for
second,
me, but
even more
a guy can
personalized part of
dream.
your November horoscopes.
Here we
I would
go.
recommend that you watch your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign if you know these details of your birth chart. But just
Whoa,
watching
definitely
your
not.
regular zodiac sign will do just fine.
Good.
Too. And if
That's
you
all
guys
I
love this
know.
concept of putting
Zodiac,
together
I
your very
know.
own
All the other
monthly
stuff,
predictions,
no
make sure
clue.
that you
Lap Dancer
subscribe
would
to
know
my
all
channel
that.
and give this video a thumbs up because I absolutely love providing you with your horoscopes every single month of the year.
Too
It's like the
loud.
highlight of each month. I just love you guys so much. So
Love you
guys,
too,
in just a
Vanessa.
moment's time, I will introduce
Love
you
you
to
a long
the
time.
three symbols for part one of your November predictions. But before I do so, I have a really exciting announcement. Do you guys remember on my Instagram and on my YouTube community page, I posted the backs of some new mysterious oracle cards, so you could vote for whichever design that you liked the most. Well, you guys, with this video, the pre-orders to the Below the Surface Oracle deck are officially open. This gorgeous ocean-themed deck that I designed will be released early next year, and what makes this Oracle deck so unique and special is that it not only comes with the cards and the guidebook, but it also comes with a journal where you can document your progress and your findings. So it's a complete package for any of you who love tarot and oracle cards and would like to add this unique deck to your collection, because I have never seen this done before, that a deck comes
It's a good thing
with
most of her videos are done just with her hands. I wouldn't be able to concentrate. Holy, she looks good in their little outfit.
If there is one thing
You can only see to here because it looks like she's wearing a little dress. It's probably a little dress, I'm guessing.
You guys know my decks are bestsellers. They never disappoint. You can get on the pre-order list while it's open and find all of the other details, such as the exact release date, more photos. I will of course be talking about this deck up until its release, but I am exceptionally excited about this deck because you guys were part of the creative process, which is just so exciting because I've never seen a tarot or oracle deck where a community was able to decide on the final touches of the design. So yeah, you guys, that's the big news. And now let's move on to the 3 symbols that I have prepared for you. Lo and behold,
So
my
it's
beautiful
different,
unicorn
3
family,
symbols.
these are the 3 symbols that you get to pick from for part 1 of your November predictions and horoscopes. Pick whichever one that you feel the most drawn towards,
I hate to
most
do it, but I'm going to pick
importantly,
number
don't
1. It's
overthink it.
looks
I will
like an
provide you
angel.
with a little
Or should I
moment
say
of privacy,
archon?
so you can just
We'll go with
meditate on
1.
these 3 groups in
Alright.
order to pick the perfect one for you. And then once you've selected part 1 of your predictions,
My little
I'm
voice
going
said
to get
1,
into your
even though I
readings,
don't
starting
want to
off
go
with
with
the
1.
first group, and then of course continuing on
If
through
3 was
all
blue, I
12
probably would have went
signs
with
of the
3.
zodiac. As per usual, the timestamps can all be found below in the description
Alright,
box,
so we'll
as
go
well
with
as
1.
pinned
Let's
to the top
fast
of the
forward
comment
here.
section. So all you
Whoop. Symbol 1. There you go.
do at the click of your timestamp. Hello, group number 1, and welcome to your super personalized November psychic predictions and
Interesting.
horoscopes.
Looking
So
forward
I'm
to
going to
it.
get straight into it. The
Her nails are
energy
so
is
crazy.
amazing in
Every
here.
video
I
it's
don't know if you
different.
can feel it through the screen, but I feel as though you can, group number 1. Let's figure out what's coming towards you in November. Let's see what your love life is doing, what your career is looking like, how your finances are. Let's just delve into all the nitty-gritty details immediately. So first up, we've got the Strength card for you, group number 1. This
Lion.
is the 8th card of the tarot. Actually, the number 8 is a really lucky number. It is
Number
a number
8.
of abundance, especially financially as well. And I do see here within the Strength card that during the month of November, you've actually got a lot of patience and compassion, group number 1. Nothing gets under your skin. Nobody's really going to be able to get on your nerves because you are at peace and at ease. And I do want you to know here within the Strength card and the number 8 that this is an amazing starting point and an amazing foreshadowing of what your month of November is going to be like. Know here that the Strength card is also a representation of not using physical force or any type of mental intimidation to get other people to do what you want them to do. You command respect as well as healthy boundaries. Just through the energy that you bring. You don't have to exert any type of violence whatsoever, any type of pressure. You don't
I
need
prefer
that.
love to
Number 1,
violence.
People respect you regardless in November. Next up, we've got the World. When we thought that your reading started off favorably, we didn't know that the universe was going to basically tell you November is your month. November is one of the best months of the year, if not the absolute best month for you, group number 1, because the World card, in case you didn't know and you're new to tarot, it is the last card of the major arcana. Those first 22 cards in the tarot that represents major life events. And it is like the culmination, the ending of a journey, a very favorable ending. This card represents fulfillment, blessings, and simply enjoying yourself. Also spending time with friends and family and ensuring that you're fully involved in all areas of life that fill up your cup. So when it comes to your career, money, love, things are just looking fabulous for you, group number 1. I'm so excited that your reading is starting off on such an amazing
I love
note.
it.
And
I'm on a
when
roll.
the card shows up within your reading, it also means that any difficult or challenging cards that may still lie ahead within your reading are turned more positive. Everything just works with more ease, and you're now able to plan your next steps. So November is going to be just fabulous for you, group number one.
Love
I
it.
can already tell by the first two messages that we received from the universe and your guides about your month of November. Next up, we've got the devil. I just love how playful the devil is here within the Pastel Dreamy Tarot. I do want you to know here within the devil that you are reevaluating your relationship to material items. That's one thing that I can see is happening because
Well, I lost everything,
so
so
fulfilled, you're
don't have
strong,
many
you
material
don't
items
feel
left.
the need to use
Slowly
your power
building
or
back.
your influence in any way that isn't ethical. And this just gives you like this epiphany that I see here within the devil, where you understand that material things and money is amazing. It really isn't everything, but you can use it to make life a lot easier. But you're not using items or money to kind of buy status anymore. You're not using those things to impress other people anymore. I see a strong reevaluation of how you've also used money in the past and how important it's been to you to, for example, have certain brands, certain labels that you're wearing, that you're using. And I see here within the devil that everything is changing when it comes to that. And you're realizing that you want to use money to benefit yourself, those closest to you, friends and family, right, to make life easier, but you're no longer going to buy things to impress people who don't really care. Next up, we've got the Two of Pentacles. Work-life balance is looking amazing during the month of November. So while it is a busy month with a lot going on, a lot of great things, I see that what makes November so awesome for you, group number one, and what makes this month so favorable is because you are striking that perfect balance between feeling proud of your accomplishments at work, but at the same time also feeling like you have time for yourself. You have time to chill, to do the things
Right now
that
I'm
you
doing my
want
own
to do.
things, so
It's not just all work and no fun and no play. I see here in the Two of Pentacles
makes me a dull boy.
any tension that you may have had prior to November about your work-life balance is easing itself up. Let's talk a little bit about love. I do have a specific love reading for November where I only talk about love. It's linked in the description box, so make sure you check out that video. But I also want to add a little bit of love here into your prediction. So first up, we've got the Owl Spirit. So you're seeing very clearly when it comes to love, if someone has not treated you in a way that you want to be treated when it comes to romantic love, group number one, you see the red flags now in November.
I am a
Sometimes it
hoot.
can take a long time to see red flags, especially when you're infatuated, when you're in love, when there may be good behind closed doors as well, if that's something that you have experienced with someone, or simply just holding their hand or receiving text messages already makes you feel over the moon and already makes you feel like you're just melting and weak in your knees. That can really push away those red flags. Group number one, I've been there, so I can totally empathize with you. That's nothing to feel ashamed of, but know here in November that any red flags will become clear to you. And I see here within the Vulture Spirit that rather than being sad or mad about also past relationships or situationships that you wanted to turn into relationships where you maybe ignored red flags and then it turned out being a really difficult connection for you or a really hard breakup that you went through, I see that you understand that nothing of those experiences was actually wasted. These were all, in a sense, here to teach you how to now see clearly, how to move forward, not taking red flags for granted, not feeling as though you want to look over any details when it comes to another person being romantically involved with you, and really taking early signs seriously and looking into them, asking yourself if you want to be with someone in the long term who's maybe already inconsistent, if there's even any point in that, and understanding that you may be infatuated by them, you may even love them, but you love yourself more, group number one.
That's right. I'm number one.
Let's talk
Love me
about
long
money.
time.
I want to add some cards to this side here. Let's see what's going on financially for you. So we've got the Nightingale Spirit. I do see here that through being outspoken, actually money is all around you, and also because you're in a place where you see clearly, where you're not afraid to speak up about things that you don't
Never
like.
have
It's a
been.
lot easier for you also in business to get what you want. So if you're looking for a raise, I want you to know here that asking for it is nothing to feel ashamed of. The Nightingale is a very outspoken kind of little bird that's very bold and in a way away shameless, and that's what I can see here will benefit you when it comes to money. And remind yourself that even if things don't work out exactly as you want, like if you ask for a raise or you apply to other jobs and things don't end up in the exact position that you wanted them to be in, you have people supporting you. And often when the universe denies you something that you wanted, it's actually just preparing you for something that is way more ideal for you, and often something that's a lot better for you too.
Mm.
I see here within the armadillo spirit that you have to set healthy boundaries, okay?
Definitely.
And remind yourself that the worst thing that could ever happen in your career is, for example, losing a job, and there will always be another job. There will always be opportunities in life. As long as you're breathing, you can get back on track. But remind yourself here that you only have one health, basically. If you mess up your health just because you are not setting boundaries with coworkers, with bosses, you're letting them make you work really late, and you're taking on a lot of different projects and responsibilities that maybe aren't yours to begin with, you have to set healthy
I've learned from that in the
boundaries. That's
past
one
when I
thing
worked
that I
at
can see
Corrections
here in
Canada.
connectivity to money
No
as
more
well. You
allowed.
have to distance yourself from finances, from identifying with how much work that you're putting in, okay? Not feeding into this whole, I have to work like 80 hours a week, 100 hours a week.
I did
5
that.
hours
60
of
hours
sleep
a
a
week
night
I
is
used to do.
enough, because after
I
all,
worked
this
from home.
entrepreneur does it or that person preaches it. No, you have to set boundaries, group number one, in order to ensure that your long-term health and longevity is protected. That is an important message that you need to receive. So while your reading is definitely a lot of just like roses, sunshine, and unicorns, because November is a super favorable month for you, you're also being reminded that, you know, you're probably going to be here for a lot longer than just till the month of November, and it's important that you
I hope so.
preserve all of this amazing energy that we
Ooh, that's a cool one.
The RV Clear-Out Kings have taken over the EY Center for the biggest RV sell-off ever. Over
have for you. Next up, we've got the eternal child, engaging in some sweet inner child healing and some childlike sense of wonderment. That's what I see for November for you, group number one. Now, what this means is actually tending to that inner child of yours. So try to engage in activities that you loved as a kid that really fulfilled you, that lit you up. So if you loved, for example, to paint or to draw or to dance, try to do some of that in November. I can see that that will really remind you of what it's like to just be in an innocent space where you're creating, where time just flies by, and you're not really thinking about anything other than being in the present moment. It's like free therapy for you. That's what I see here with the eternal child. And I also see that in November, you will realize even more that a lot of your peers, or a lot of the people who you maybe went to school with, who you know from an earlier point in your life, they're at a different point where maybe they're already married, they have kids, they've settled down, and they have all of these like milestones that they're working on, where I see within the eternal child that you taking your time a little more is something to never feel ashamed about, never feel weird about it, never feel as though you're behind, because you're working on other milestones, okay? Just because someone has the family thing or the kid thing figured out and you don't know at all what you're doing with that kind of topic, while they were figuring out that area, the kid, the marriage, all of those things, you were figuring out something else, okay? You were figuring out another area of life that maybe they haven't figured out. And this works both ways, okay? So if you're, for example, someone who has figured out what they want to do with their family, what they want to do about kids, and you absolutely don't even know what's happening with your career, it's okay. You can't do everything at once. You can't expect of yourself to have every single area of your life figured out. You set priorities, you go for those, you enjoy those, and don't lose this innocence of being able to go for what you like, for what brings you joy, for the things that you want to focus on, and prioritizing, okay? Having fun with the list of priorities that you've created for yourself. Don't shame yourself for it. Never feel like you're behind, group number one. I see here within the village that you've got more support and help in November than you expected. So maybe there is an undertaking in November, such as moving or cleaning out your home, or you just have a lot on your
Maybe.
plate and you would love for someone to help you out. I want you to know here within the village that Parents, friends, and family will definitely volunteer to be there to help you out, to do whatever they can in order to lighten your load so you can create more work-life balance. And I see that you're able to accept the help, group number one, because it's not an ego thing. You don't feel as though you're a burden. You're just graciously going to say yes to any type of help that's offered to you. We have two cards that popped into your reading. We've got the dragonfly as well as the clouds. So first up in the dragonfly, I want you to know here that you're delving really deep into some topics that are new to you. And I see that this is really benefiting your career, okay? So you're delving very deep into different little niche areas of expertise. And I want you to know here in the cloud that what this does is it creates a very unique skill set. So you may be someone who's very charismatic, but at the same time, you're also the type of person who can read numbers very well, who's very good with finances in a business. So you're not a
I
one
wish.
trick or one
I would
show
be in this
pony.
predicament
And
if I
you're kind
was.
of like making that even clearer in November, group number one. And that makes you someone who is irreplaceable, be it in a relationship that is romantic, be it when it comes to your professional life and your career. So keep on working on that. Keep on kind of having this emergence into different topics that are unusual, that maybe people wouldn't even expect you to know anything about. Keep surprising people, group number one. Like, for example,
That's
when
what I like doing.
all of a sudden know
Surprise!
things about finances, about investing, people don't expect that whatsoever. That's what I mean with immersing yourself in different topics and areas that maybe are not your expertise to begin with. But like that, you're making yourself someone who is a jack of all trades and maybe even discovers different things about themselves that they love, that they're passionate about, that you never would have known had you not looked into it. Now, group one, this is the first part of your prediction that I've received for you. And now what I'd like you to do is, first of all, leave a little lion emoji below in the description box to let me and others know that you chose group number
Lion.
one, you watched it to the end, and you enjoyed it. And then you're going to scroll down into the description box, click your zodiac sign. It could be your sun sign, your moon.
Alright, let's look for the zodiac sign. Where are we here? Where's the zodiacs? Let's go up here. Cancer, Libra. There's Libra. There we go.
Hello, all my gorgeous Libra babies, and welcome
So
to the
gorgeous.
second, even more
I'm
intricate.
glad she noticed. I just put my beard oil on.
So, Mom, what do you bring to the family vacation if we pull our airplane funds?
Absolutely
No.
nothing.
Let's get straight into it so we can
Let's
figure
get
out
straight into
exactly
it.
what's coming towards you during the month of November, and we can talk all things
Whoop.
Libra. So let's see. First up, we've got the Six of Wands from your guides. Now, the Six of Wands shows that November is going to be a victorious month. This is actually a very
Victory.
favorable card. I want you to know that the Six of Wands is a card that shows pride and triumph. So you're feeling good about your accomplishments, and you're taking credit where credit is due, and you're not afraid to be the one who's celebrated. You don't feel as though it is unjustified because you worked hard and you're finally reaping some of the rewards. Next up, we've got the Lovers card. Now, the Lovers card, my gorgeous Libras, does show that if you're single, there is this option of being with someone who respects you, who deeply cares about you, and with whom you can build a solid foundation, maybe even a family. In numerology, the number 6 is a very agreeable number. It is a number of generosity, giving, family, all of those types of things that come to mind when you picture a solid long-term relationship. And I also see here within the Lovers that if you are already in a committed relationship, taking things to the next level, renewing a romantic love, that is one thing that I can see here for you when it comes to the month of November. Next up, we've got the Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands continues to affirm what is happening here romantically for you. And actually, I will put the Lovers right over here alongside with the Four of Wands for you, which again, we have a number of stability, but this one is a number of creating stability in the home and financially as well. That's one thing that I can see here that you will be able to successfully do with a romantic partner during the month of November. So if you've been looking to move in together, to put a payment down for a mortgage, for example, or just to establish a solid foundation romantically to begin with, this is one thing that we have coming for you in November without a doubt, my gorgeous Libra babies. Next up, we've got the Six of Pentacles. Oh, more of these favorable numbers for you. The Six of Pentacles is the six of earth, basically, and the element of earth represents everything in the earthly realm. So if you're new to tarot, know that the element of earth is all about your job, your material stability, your finances, and the six of earth, which is the Six of Pentacles in the traditional tarot, is all about your resources, knowing exactly how to balance them, how to spend, how to save, and being in a place where you feel confident about your finances. You feel like you know what you're doing, you know where you're headed, you know how to handle your business, and you've got balance between spending, saving, between spoiling yourself in material ways, but also not becoming too attached to material things. Next up, we've got the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands here shows me that you're spending a lot of time with other people who are very ambitious, creative, and passionate. So I do see some entrepreneurial vibes here too. So you may be thinking of starting a venture
Always
of
been.
your own, or just branching out a little bit in your career and professional life. And I see that a great
It's
way
I sort of am right
to
now.
gather inspiration
Again,
and support is
differently,
spending time
but
with like-minded people. The flowers show me that for you, my gorgeous Libra babies, we definitely have a very happy month in November. This is a month in which you're
happy,
going
happy,
to want
happy,
for nothing,
happy, happy,
as
joy,
everything
joy.
is in a place where you feel as though you can thrive and your happiness is at the forefront. This is one of the most favorable months of the year for you. Next up, we've got the Bull. So the Bull is trying to communicate to you to not back down from opposition. Show
That's right.
strength
Never
and
back
fortitude.
down. Never
And
bend
this
the
is one thing
knee.
I also want to reiterate for you, my gorgeous Libras, when it comes to being indecisive in love. So we've got the scale right here, which is the symbol of Libra.
It
right?
is.
We like balance, but at the same
That's
time,
crazy.
you've got to have standards, you've got
Never
to have
noticed that.
non-negotiables, and it's important for you to enforce those standards to make sure that they're being met. So if a non-negotiable for you is a monogamous relationship with another person, you need to voice that. You need to say what it is that you need and desire, what your non-negotiable is, and you just need to take a step back. Don't text them, don't call them, don't ask them if they agree or when they're going to have an answer. Just step away. Just go non-contact if you're just dating and you have one or two.
That's what I did with the last one.
Not a
She
full
blocked
list
me.
that you need fulfilled in order to be happy
After
in a
I was telling
relationship.
too
Make
much
sure that
truth.
you only spend time with people who can fulfill those needs. Otherwise, you'll just be in a stressful situation. I see here within Becoming Nobody that for my gorgeous Libra babies,
Ooh,
you're not afraid
sounds
to
like Dr.
let
Joe
go
Dispenza.
of your identity that you had in the past in order to build something new. So we did talk about stability, things going really well, building with another person, romantic love and longevity in it. But I also see that if there are issues in relationships and Becoming Nobody, you are willing to work on them. You are willing to look yourself in the eye in the mirror and say to yourself, look, I need to relearn how to love in this way, or I need to relearn how to trust because of past relationship or childhood trauma. I may have developed an unhealthy attachment style or an unhealthy thought pattern, an unhealthy kind of reaction to being triggered. And I definitely see openness to learning. In your tribe, your vibe, know that you are so supported by friends and family, acquaintances, work colleagues. I can see here that your social life is thriving during the month of November, which of course feeds further into this being a triumphant month and in a month where you're not afraid to be celebrated, right? And you do have people who are around you, who are cheering you on to keep going. The nectar shows me that once you have that little
do it.
taste of what November is like, my gorgeous Libras, you are going
delicious
to
nectar.
go for the same vibes during the month of December. You want this to continue onwards. You want this amazing energy, this bounty of accomplishment, of stability, of feeling like life is in balance to continue on. And I see within the mountain that you're understanding that while things can sometimes seem challenging, insurmountable, and like you've got a lot of work ahead of you, at the end of the day, you still have a lot of power and control when it comes to your life, your decisions, how much prosperity is in your life, how many opportunities are there if you're open to it. I see here within the honeybee that there's a lot of reciprocity from the universe here. So reciprocity from the universe, this means that when you manifest, when you talk to the universe, to your guides or God, whoever it is that you see as your higher power, they will answer to you. They will be there for you. Within the honeybee, we've also got the number 6 again, which we spoke about in numerology, how this is a number of family and support and stability. And I see exactly that from your guides for you. Furthermore, reciprocity is here for you in romantic relationships as well. And that is one of the non-negotiables. Someone is going to have to work hard to show you that they're worthy of
Another bull.
love, your love specifically. I see here within the bull that there are some sacrifices that you have made. And I see that when you think back on those sacrifices, you are proud that you made those. And all of the time and energy and maybe even money that you have sacrificed to get to this point in your life, it feels like
Money,
it's all worth it. And as
everything
mentioned
I own.
earlier within the nectar, once you get that taste of what it's like to invest in yourself and see a return, you're going to become addicted to it, my gorgeous Libras, and you're never going to want to stop investing in yourself, seeing how amazing the returns can be. So all of my gorgeous Libra babies, this is your November prediction. I hope that you
Thank you,
enjoyed it
Vanessa.
and found it insightful. Leave a little honeybee emoji below in the
Honeybee.
comment section to represent the Libra fam.
Sweet
And
as
to let
honey.
me know that
She's
you
so
watched the
sweet. She's
second
sweet
part
as
of your
honey.
reading all the way to the end. Thank you for spending this divine time and space with me, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming predictions.
Me
Hello, my
too,
beautiful
Vanessa. I'm
Scorpio
going to
babies,
definitely
and
check out that
welcome
other
to your
November
November
prediction.
2022
But as for now, that's it, cousins.
predictions
We'll
and
see you
tarot
later.
card readings.
See you later,
So
guys.
let's move into the second, even more intricate part of your prediction. I hope that you enjoyed picking a symbol during the intro of this video in order to